Hey YouTube, nice to meet you guys. My name is Casey and I am the creator of this channel, and this is actually my first real time trying YouTube and actually putting effort and hopes into the videos and the outcome of. So if everything is kind of rough, and patchy at the beginning, please forgive me. I am working and learning my way through this whole process, so please just be patient with me, and I promise that it will work out to be very interesting, fun, and educating all at once. But basically, just to get down to it, in the summary of my channel, it is basically following the lives of real people. 7 strangers, just within a matter of 2 weeks, was moved into a household, my household. I was put in a situation where I was left with an extra house, a couple bedrooms, a few bathrooms, and I have my own small in-law type of apartment in the back. And once I got left in that situation, I could not afford, the whole household, the property on my own. So I prayed on it. I'm a Christian. And the Lord led me to the idea of renting out the rooms, in the front house. Not just to a family, because I do plan on obtaining the front house and making it mine completely once I am financially stable enough to obtain it and upkeep it. But until then, I know that there's no way in HELL that I am capable of taking care of it on my own. So I decided to rent it out, and I was led to 3 individual couples, 1 straight couple in the master bedroom, 1 gay couple, 2 males in the second guest room, and a young 18, 19-ish couple, just engaged, white couple, in the last room. So when I tell you, within a matter of a week, there has been so much interesting events that has taken place where I was just forced into creating this channel and allowing others to observe what average people go through, and especially the ones that are not in a stable place in this time of life, and how to get through struggles and daily battles that we all deal with as individuals, but to come together as one, to be strangers and become a family, and learn from one another and encourage one another. It's a great process. It's a great experience, and I just want to share it and hopefully allow it to be, a communication platform for others who may possibly be dealing with the same battles that we deal with, who has the same questions we have, who feel the same way we feel, who don't know what we don't know, situations like that. And just have a platform where people can relate and not just see reality TV as drama and production and fights and arguments, but also love and learning and overcoming, and just being able to see that life is real. The struggle is real, and the situation I was put in, I believe, was a blessing from God in order for me to do something I always wanted to do, which is always be on reality TV and be, not the hypocrite average usual chick on TV, the loudmouth, the fighter, the drama, the crybaby, I want to be the one that can show the world and prove to the world that you can be a good person, you can be a Christian, you can love and not fight, you can work out your battles, you can have faith, and you can have fun. I mean, I'm a Christian, hard body. As you can see, I have many different quotes in many different books, and I will show, extra and more throughout the video, but I am a Christian. I am very devoted to my relationship with God, and I read my Bible constantly, daily, hourly. And I still know how to have fun. I still drink my beer. I still dance at the club occasionally when I go. I do slip and sin and cuss and and get angry, and you know, it's a part of life. But that does not mean you can't have fun being a Christian. And I just want to show the world that that's just, you know, the stereotype with churches and Christianity and whatnot. So yeah, that's my part of it. I will, you know, be more specific and more in detail throughout the journey of this process. So stay tuned. As of now, as you can see, this is just me. It's like 4:47 right now, a.m. So I randomly decided to do this. I prayed on it all night, and situation out of situation has caused me to be where I am now. So this is me in my house clothes. I'm kind of just chilling right now. This is me in my real form. I will come back and explain more in detail about myself. You know, you got the situation. 7 people randomly moved into one household. 3 couples, strangers, been together for about a week and a half now, learning how to compromise, learning how to not judge, learning how to get along, learning how to share, learning how to communicate, and yeah, so much more. But give me a moment and I'll be back. Hey. Well, hey everyone, I'm back. It is a few hours later. I am ready for work. I have a little bit more spare time on my hands, so I wanted to get a little bit more in detail about me and who I am and my story. So, summary real quickly. My name is Casey. I am half black, half Filipino. I am 29 years old with a 7-year-old daughter, single mother. I was actually born in the Philippines. I am a Navy baby. My father met my mother in the Philippines and fell in love. They got pregnant with me. 3 years later, my father moved me to America, specifically Erie, Pennsylvania, where I lived majority of my life, except for 2 full summers in the Philippines. Long story, different crazy experiences in its own, and a summer in Alabama with my black family. Okay, besides that, I had my daughter in Erie at the age of 21, and a few years later, after graduating trade school and just getting tired of the day-to-day life that I had in Erie, we, as in me and my parents, decided to relocate to the state of North Carolina. So that's exactly what I did. The year 2015, I put my 2 weeks notice in, packed up my stuff, and moved down here to North Carolina with my stepfather's son and his daughter-in-law, where I lived my first year with them without my daughter. They stayed in Erie to get the house sold and allowed me to get time without distractions to get, you know, a full-time job and settled in, and enough time to save us money to get our house. And that's exactly what happened. Fast forward a year later, that's what I did. I found a job. It took me a long time, very hard, a lot of struggles, a lot of experiences. I did a lot of things that I never thought I would have done. Even prior to that in Erie, I've done a lot of unspoken of things, but you know, that's for later on in the story. But just to catch you up now, I relocated here. Me and my family lived in our home for 3 years up until recently, where my parents got into a big fight with my then, which is now ex-boyfriend, but then boyfriend, and push come to shove, at the end of the day, I decided to have his back and defend him, which caused them to feel like they had to remove themselves from the equation, which was what they did. They removed themselves and moved into a different home. And 2 days later, after they officially moved all their things out, the boyfriend I had at the time, who promised me he would have my back, help me get through this, blah, 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 he disappeared right along with them. I still am in contact with my parents. We still are very close. They still support me and help me in every way that they can. They still keep my daughter when need be. The ex, on the other hand, I don't know. He just randomly, we got into an argument that weekend, and a few days later, we all made up and we're happy to giggity and good to go and planning. But then that night, he decided that he needed a break. So, you know, there's a lot of different aspects of that situation. But when push came to shove, I had to find a way to provide for myself and my daughter while establishing a home and keeping the home that we also love, that I refuse to let go. So yeah, that's what got me into the situation of renting out my front rooms, and the way it turned out is interesting. Yeah, so I will let you guys get their version of their stories later on tonight. I will document and video log all of the individual couples themselves so you can get an understanding of who they are. But this is me. This is my story, and I want it to be as real as I can possibly make it. I mean, everything I'm talking about, everything that I will have them talk about is, you know, unscripted. Our answers will be unscripted, just freestyle, top of the dome. This is just something I sat down and decided to talk to you about because I felt like it was an important part of understanding this whole documentary, you know. So yeah, I'm Casey, the Christian short Asian that smokes and drinks and reads their Bible. So, you know, and I am surrounded by individuals who also have life-changing, mindset switching stories that I've never thought I would be able to encounter, let alone grow a bond with. And I just can't wait for everyone to see and, you know, have everyone's input and suggestions and insight, and allow all of us to interact in a way that it's no other way to be explained but God, the power of God. You know, this whole situation with me losing a relationship and then losing, possibly losing this and that. And then last night, let me tell you, last night, my car got totaled. Like, yeah, that's a long story in itself. But the car that I'm sitting in, I had it paid off for the past 2 years. She's my baby. She still is my baby. But she got totaled. She got hit. I mean, I had mechanical issues. I had to put her on the side of the road. Come get her towed home the next day. Someone totally just hit and sideswiped and crashed my whole rear end. So now I am not only struggling to keep up with my payments and my bills, now I have to find a new vehicle. Yeah, so that's that. But, you know, there's so more to it. I'm hoping this is going to be a good foundation for our story to begin with me being the landlord right here and my 6 same age, kind of average living tenants over there. It's interesting how our lifestyle has become and the way we are forced to interact with each other. I believe it needs to be broadcast and used as an example for everyone else to use in their daily lives, you know. So hey, take it for what it is. I hope you like it. If you don't, I understand. Like I said, this is my first time actually making videos or documentaries, or YouTubing, you should say. Give me some more time, give me some more practice, and I promise you it will be much more up to date and modern, so to speak. I've seen the different editing and different techniques with all the YouTubers, and it's amazing. It is very inspiring, and I hope to be able to portray our stories as well as others have with theirs. So with that being said, I'm gonna upload this pretty soon. I say around 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish, and then keep an eye out for tonight when I upload all the different stories from the different couples, and you can be able to see and get an understanding of their background, their stories, and what to look forward to with all of us living under one roof. Hypothetically, you know, kind of, you know what I mean. So love, peace, joy, God bless, and I will see you guys again later on. Peace.